I think I've made a significant amount of progress, and I feel like people can kind of see that throughout the tournaments that I've played. But I feel like I've dedicated a lot of time to learning about clay, and I don't know, I just want to do well, and I want to keep beating really good players. So hopefully the last stop here, I'll play well too.
All right, next question, just raise your hand. James, go back. Yeah, just.
There's obviously quite a few players who haven't always been strong on clay and have come to it later. It was interesting hearing Katie Boulter yesterday say that one of the things she's found is thinking about it as not actually that different from hard court. Have you found that your mindset around how you approach the surface has changed at all? Maybe stop thinking that clay's that different and just treat it more like a hard court?
I thought that way before this year. But honestly, for me, I find that just thinking about it as another challenge. And honestly, at this point, I feel pretty comfortable on clay, to the point where I don't know if I'll be a little confused my first day back on hard. But I also think it's because I've been in Europe for what feels like a very long time already. But yeah, I think clay is fun. You get to slide around. You get to see how strong you are in and out of corners. And I think for me, there's a lot of really valuable lessons that I'm learning from clay court tennis.
Okay, Matt Fodderman, raise your hand down front. Yes.
Hey, Naomi. Now that you're, about 5 months into this comeback, I was wondering if you could compare the level of the competition now versus when you were coming up as a player first and who you were confronting, because it seems like you have a lot of hard matches these days. I'm curious if you felt that way in your younger years.
I do feel like I felt that way in my younger years too, but I think now I just haven't played as many matches, but also my mentality is a lot different. I think when I was younger, I also used to play a lot of 3-set matches, so maybe the matches look different now, but I don't think you can play a tennis match that isn't tough. So that's kind of my answer.
Mary Carrillo, just put your hand up so they can see you. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Naomi. Don't mothers have to be clay quarters?
I'm so sorry, what?
Don't mothers have to be clay quarters? Don't they have to be patient? Don't they have to be resilient? Don't they have to react and adapt to their kids all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny question, but yeah, I do think like moms do have to be all of those things. And there's people that are naturally like that anyways, but for me, yeah, I am learning a lot of lessons through motherhood, and I hope that I can remember to apply them on the tennis court.
Next question, David Locke. Hands raised. Yeah.
Hi there, Naomi. I know tennis players don't like to look ahead quite often in the draw.
Oh, don't tell me anything, please.
I can't tell you anything.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll ask you a different question. What do you think about your first round opponent? What do you know about her?
Man, now you're stressing me out. I don't think I've ever played her, not to my knowledge. So, you know, I've seen her around, and I know that anyone that's playing this tournament is a really tough opponent. So, plus it's the first round of a slam. I'm usually quite nervous during those first round matches, so I'm just going in there trying my best and seeing if all the lessons that I've learned so far have adapted me into a better player.
Okay, we'll go to Hermione, Howard, and then up the back there. Hermione, ready to get?
Hey, Naomi. I'm just curious. I believe you're being reunited with your daughter here, right? Just curious, could you explain what it's been like seeing her again and what it was like being away from her during this period?
Yeah, I mean, being away from her was really tough, but I called her every day. I saw how well she was doing, and I saw how happy she was, so that made me happy too. But yesterday she like walked for the first time, so I was really happy about that, and we're gonna practice some more when I get back. But yeah, it's really cool to have her here, and just to see how much she's grown and how many things she's doing differently. It's kind of surreal.
We'll do two more in English, Howard, and then the gentleman in the back row. Howard.
Hi, Naomi. You mentioned the idea of being nervous. Is that the same every tournament? Is it different at a Grand Slam tournament or different surfaces or anything like that? And what is it about going into the first round at a place that maybe gives you nerves that are perhaps different than other rounds?
I think for me, I always feel a lot more nervous during the first round of slams just because I want to do well so badly, and the first round is the first round, so you kind of almost feel like the tournament didn't even start and you're out if you lose. That's for me what I feel. But I think, I don't know, growing up, the slams were the tournaments that I've watched on TV the most, and I just want to be here for as long as I can.
Okay, last one in English at the back.
Right here. In your best days, you were as dominant as opposed to the field as are Iga Swiatek and Sabalenka right now. How far away do you think you are from that level that especially Iga brings out basically every tournament?
I mean, I feel like you would have to tell me that. I think that's kind of more of an outside perspective. For me, I'm so focused on what I'm doing, and I know, like, they're playing incredible tennis and they're doing it almost always. And I was never the type of player to do that anyways. So I'm looking at them as an inspiration, and I don't know, this part of my journey, I'm not really comparing myself right now. Maybe later when I get more confident and towards the level that I want, or maybe on hard court I can start doing that. But as of right now, I really feel like I'm just kind of learning again.